Hi guys, and welcome to the Science of Safety. This is Anis Jara. So in this session, this video, we'll be discussing about the science of fire, the science behind fire. So basically, we have a candle over here, a glowing, blazing fire. So I would like to take this opportunity to explain what a fire is, the science behind the fire, and what's the idea behind the fire triangle. So chemically speaking, or like on a scientific point of view, fire is basically a chemical reaction. So this is burning right now, it's giving off heat. Generally we have studied that reactions which gives out heat is an exothermic reaction. So that's right, that's true in the case of a fire. A fire is indeed an exothermic chemical reaction, but it is also an oxidation reaction. So to be putting all together, we can say that a fire is actually a rapid exothermic oxidation reaction. So I hope you understood that fire is a rapid exothermic oxidation reaction. And what is required to start a fire, to sustain a fire? Well, that is where the idea of fire triangle comes into play. So I'm just taking the analogy that I'm comparing the fire to a human being. For a human being to survive, he requires certain things, basic things. He needs air to breathe, he needs oxygen to breathe, then he needs food to eat and water to drink. Without these three, a human can't survive. Same goes for fire. Fire requires certain things, certain components for it to survive. Without it, fire will simply die down. So that is where the idea of the fire triangle comes in. So as you know, triangle has three sides. So each of these components represents a side of a triangle. So I'll be listing out the components that is required for the fire to sustain. So they are basically oxygen, fuel, and heat. So we have three components, that is oxygen, then we have fuel, and then we have heat. So these three are basically required for a fire to sustain, or a fire to exist as, like a burning candle. So for example, I'm taking a piece of paper. This is the fuel. Okay, this is the fuel. And oxygen is already there in the atmosphere, approximately 21%. And now we need the heat. So I'm putting the fuel, I'm heating it, and the fuel burns. The science is that now you just witnessed the rapid exothermic oxidation reaction that is sustained by three components, that is oxygen, the fuel, and the heat. So this is a fire triangle. So I'll be showing you the picture of the fire triangle right now. I hope you saw that figure, and that clearly mentions that each side of the triangle is one of the components that I mentioned, that is oxygen, then we have fuel, and then we have heat. So when we are going deeper into the subject, these three are not only the components that is required for the fire to sustain. There's one crucial important ingredient that binds all these three together, that is required for the fire to actually propagate and live. So that particular component, when we add that to the fire triangle, it becomes a fire tetrahedron. So that particular component, I won't be naming that in this session because we need a longer session, a dedicated session to explain what that fourth component is. So after this, we will be doing another session that is describing the fourth side of the fire triangle that becomes a fire tetrahedron. So meanwhile, just keep in mind that the basic principle is that you need fuel, oxygen, and heat for fire to sustain. And the fourth component, if my viewers are able to identify that, you drop it in the comment box. If you are not, you will be redirected to the next video explaining what the fourth component is. So that's all for the day. And if you have not yet subscribed to us, kindly do subscribe, and if you like this content or if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and share video. And this is Science of Safety signing off.